We have a few minutes remaining with UT Athletics Director Steve Patterson. But one of the other topics I wanted to get to was a comment you made back some time ago when you first came in, and that was the quote that has now been kind of popularized, taking the UT brand international. What exactly is your vision of what that means as opposed to what the outside view of that might mean?
Well, there's a handful of universities that really have a great national presence and some international presence, and a smaller number that have that with their athletic departments as well. So I think it's incumbent upon us to try to leverage the assets we've got to tell the great story of the University of Texas, both nationally and internationally, and tell a great story of our athletic department nationally and internationally. It's a tremendous opportunity for us to grow presence in the marketplace, to grow brand value, to grow revenues, to help our university grow in terms of folks that want to come into the university, be they as students or professors or donors, to re-engage alumni around the world. And so we've started those discussions on a number of fronts. We have executed some agreements to go forward. We'll continue to look to execute other agreements as we go forward, but just to give you some examples, in 2015, our men's basketball program will open in China, in Shanghai. It'll be the first time in history that two NCAA schools have played a regular season game in China, and it's tremendously exciting for both universities and their relationships in China. In 2018, we're going to play a barnstorming tour with North Carolina, Michigan State, and Florida so that we can expand beyond the borders of the Big 12, which are really sort of landlocked in the sort of red states in the middle of the country. So we'll play in Madison Square Garden in New York, we'll play at United Center in Chicago, and then we'll finish up playing out in Los Angeles at Staples Center. So it gives us presence in each of the major media markets in this country. We'll continue to play baseball against Stanford in that marketplace. We're going to look to expand to make sure somehow we get to New York and activate that fan base every year, that we can try to get to the Midwest like Chicago every year. Same thing on the West Coast every year. We've had discussions about potentially playing in Mexico City in a number of sports, including football. We want to do that in a prudent fashion. Taking into account everything needs to be taken into account as we go down there. But we have broadcast partners that are interested in that. We have merchandising partners that are interested in that. I took the NBA to Mexico City back in the early 90s, and we had tremendous success, and it helped really grow the game down there. I think it's a great opportunity to us to grow the game of football, to grow Longhorn football. You look at the great response we had on the Charlie Strong tour down in McAllen this year. Every time we go to San Antonio, it's a great response. So it's a way to help get donors engaged, alumni re-engaged, and grow the brand across the planet, and that's something that we can play a role in.
Yeah, it sounds like what you're also saying is not only is it a way to get the word out and the message out and the brand out, but that there is genuine excitement in foreign destinations for the University of Texas.
Well, all you got to do is travel the world, and you're going to see the Longhorn silhouette, and you're going to see burnt orange all over the planet. And just to give you an example of some other schools that have really leveraged it, you look at what UCLA's done. They have 70 retail stores in China right now. So it's not like we're at the leading edge of this. We're trailing a bit, and we need to catch up. If you look at what Notre Dame's done, going to Ireland and playing a football game over there. They own that country. It's like a home game for them when they go over there anymore. So those are the kinds of things. People want to embrace American culture. The University of Texas is at the leading edge of what's great about college sports in America. And so we want to be able to extend that brand around the planet.
It's still early days yet, but is the job all you had hoped it would be to this point?
Oh, yeah. It's been a lot of fun. It's great to see a lot of folks that hadn't seen for a long time. It's great to be back walking the campus and spending some time in Austin and the rest of the great cities in Texas.
Are you going to, the spring sports are just about done with baseball and golf still going on out there and track and field. Are you going to get a chance to take any vacation time before all of this starts up again?
I don't worry much about vacation. The reality is we do most of our business in the off season, and so you really have to get ready for when all the student athletes come back in the fall, and then just kind of hang on for dear life as you play all the events and bring 1 million people to this campus as we do every year.
What excites you most right now about University of Texas athletics?
Well, I think we have great resources, and we have a great staff. We have a great state. We've got an opportunity to grow this thing. I'm looking forward to tremendous growth out of this department. The Lost Odds did a great job for 3+ decades. I think we're only just beginning.